with LearnWithGinny.com. I'm an uber busy mom sharing tips with other uber busy moms to help their businesses online. And if you're live on Facebook, make sure you chime in and tell me where you're from, who you are, and what your biggest challenge is in your business. So, and as a parent, because I like to share parenting tips too. But today, I'm just going to share 5 traits or 5 things you should watch for when you're looking at who you hang with, because who you hang with is who you are. I think it was Jim Rohn's phrase that made it, Jim Rohn, I just said that wrong, totally, who said you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. And there's some truth to that. And I believe I wrote another post about this a while back. I'll make sure I link to it in today's post. And this video will be included in that post. But if you want to see the list, you'll have to go over there and read them and make sure you get your free training over there. So I'm just going to go through these 5 tips, and I just heard them on the Ben Settle show. So if you want to tune into what he has to say, you can do that on his podcast. And there are also tips. There's a few more in here that I learned in several other resources. I'll make sure I list those too. But who you hang with should be better at whatever it is you're doing than you are. And why? Because it will up your game. I'll just give an example. When my son was first starting basketball, he was in a very, very small school, and he had to play up because they just didn't have enough players on their team. And by playing up, he had to learn skills faster and better to be able to keep up with the kids that were older than him. So, because you do adapt to whatever environment you're in. So hang out with people that are better at it than you. And if your immediate circle of friends and the people that you live around don't have the skills you want, then seek out the people who do. And start hanging out with them and following them around and learning what they do, because they're better at it than you, and obviously they know some things you don't, right? So learn from them. When you're hanging with those people in person, like if you go to an event, don't give your power away. That's tip number 2. Because remember your own value. You are a valuable person, and you have skills that they don't have too. So don't give your power away. Keep true to yourself, and remember your own value. Because you're there too, and you're important. So don't shrink back in a corner and hide, and don't talk to people. Get out there and associate with them, because you might have a tip on something that they have no clue about. Maybe they're parents and you know some things about parenting that they don't know. Who knows what it is, but stay true to yourself and remember your value. Don't give away your power. Tip number 3 is to hang out with people who look out for you, who have your back. And that's kind of obvious. You don't want to hang out with backstabbers or people that intentionally try to take away your power or try to take away your self-esteem or anything that brings you down. You don't want to hang out with people like that. I include in here, not on my post, but toxic people. Don't hang out with them. They bring you down. The news is toxic. Don't watch it all the time unless you're just watching it for entertainment, because sometimes it just is toxic to your environment, your life, and your business. Don't let it bring you down. You are on a journey, right? So don't hang out with toxic people. And hang out with people who challenge you. These people will push you a little bit further than you want, but it makes you better. So if you're not hanging out with, people that are better you, and you really physically, like where I live, there aren't a lot of people doing what I do. So to find people that challenge me, I have to join a mentorship or coaching program where the coach or mentor will ask me questions and challenge me. So, and I can certainly direct you in several different directions that have nothing to do with what I'm doing, or because I've met lots of people going to events. That's another thing you can do, is go to events and meet these people. They will challenge you because they will ask you questions and you'll be like, I don't know the answer to that. And just by them doing that, it's going to start your brain going, and you're going to think, and you're going to learn, and you're going to challenge yourself because of it. And lastly, hang out with people who have what you want. If it's that entrepreneur lifestyle, that travel lifestyle, then go to those events and hang out with those people. Pay for the VIP ticket so that you get to go to the parties and hang with those people. Or, like I said, find a group, find a mentor, hang out in their groups, and, get to know them. So I hope those are good tips for you. And as far as the parenting tips, you do get to help your children choose their friends, but you can't really choose them for them. So just encourage their good friendships. And watch out for each other as moms, okay? And what I mean by that is, for example, if you're one of the moms that are in my groups, and you hear that one of my kids is doing something that might be harmful to themselves or to their friends or to the people around them or to the things around them, I want to know about it if they're not going to tell me. I try to keep an open relationship with my kids, but I'm still the parent, and there's still going to be things that they're not going to want to tell me, right? So always remember that, and then be there for each other. Have each other's back. If you think that you should tell a parent, a rumor you heard about their kid, then tell them. You don't have to be nice about it, and don't share things that aren't facts. If it's a rumor, then say, I heard a rumor, this is what so-and-so said, so then it opens up conversation with their own kids, and it allows them to help them out. And it allows us to help our kids out. It takes a community to raise our kids. What else? If they're hanging out, if they're teens, okay, sometimes they feel like they have the right to go out on Friday night, right? They don't. You're still the parent, and you still have, some control, and you need to enforce some boundaries on them, because sometimes they might not make the right choices, and sometimes they need those boundaries to work in. They need to check with the family, make sure that there aren't plans that your family already has. My friends are going to the lake tonight to have a bonfire, or this weekend or whatever. Can I go, is what they should be asking. Do we have any plans? It's not a given that they can go out on Friday night. So I hope those tips are helpful, and, chime in and let me know what you got out of it, and let me know what you want to talk about tomorrow. Okay? I'll see you later. Make it a great day, and make sure you read the blog post at LearnWithGinny.com.